What's going on, everybody? Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Smash that like button. It's another one of those Crypto Wonder videos coming at you right now as you peruse through life, listening to the stuff I'm talking about. If you decide to do that, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for lending your time. I appreciate you for smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel and obliterating that bell so you'll be notified as to when I drop these videos. So let's get right into it, man. I don't know how this missed me because, like you, if you're in the United States, we've been we've been incarcerated. We've been mentally incarcerated and physically incarcerated, and we've been told to adopt a new accessory to our wardrobe and to our uniform, and that's what, you guessed it, the mask. So we can appear two-faced every time we leave our homes and go in the community. A bunch of hypocrites. That's what they want us to look like. A bunch of contradicting, soulless hypocrites. We're wearing a mask, that means we have two faces. How did this miss me? How did this miss me? People diagnosed with coronavirus offered $1,250 to stay home in Alameda, California, in a county in California. Okay? I'll leave a link in the description to this article. But you know, I don't have the patience right now to read it. I'm just going to speak about it and give you a brief synopsis as to what was said in this article. No, I don't want to give you a brief synopsis. You can read it. So people who are jobless and undocumented in Alameda, I keep saying Alameda, you know what I'm talking about, Alameda, California, Alameda County. If they're tested positive, they're offered $1,250 if they cannot gain unemployment and if they do not receive paid sick leave. Now, this is for the undocumented. And they say that in this county, up to this point when this pilot program was initiated, 28% of the county was tested positive. Right? So this is giving people an incentive to go get tested, to figure out if they're positive, and then to do what now? To stay home because you got to go serve your 14-day jail sentence. And then after that, you still got to remain in jail because you don't have the freedom to go and to and from like you think you do. Like we think we did. Like we once did. We just have a broader playing field. We're not necessarily in a prison compound or the confines, but if you're in the four walls of your home and you can't go out, you just have more space to walk around. You know? It's bigger than a jail cell, but it's still nevertheless a cell. You could live in a mansion, but if you can't leave that mansion, what do you call that? You're in a gilded cage. Anyway, these people who have tested positive, according to what was said in this article, the idea is they should receive $1,250. So you're paying these people, and the guise is to help them deal with their bills, right? To help them pay their rent, buy food or groceries or take care of bills, etc. And this was, according to what was printed here, enacted in March. Why didn't I hear about this? I don't know. I mean, I'm not from California. I don't live in California, so possibly maybe that's why it just, but even still, the past 6 months, we've been serving this sentence, and I've been finding information not just central to where I live, but in all throughout the country. Why didn't this just show up? $10 million were allocated for this program for this specific county to give up to 7,500 people $1,250 payments. Again, they have to be undocumented, working under the table, meaning they don't pay taxes. How do you enforce, these people to stay home once they get their money? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? You ask me, I don't know. Don't ask me because I don't have the answers. All I do is I kind of like, I hurl and vomit this nonsense that they try to have us ingest. And unfortunately, but fortunately, because it's therapeutic, I do it on YouTube because some of these thoughts I have to air out. It is therapeutic and it's relaxing. And if you have some time on your hands and you're looking, and this is not financial advice ever, but if you have ideas and you have time on your hands and you have a smartphone or some type of camera, to use, you might want to start, create a blog for yourself and talk about your feelings, spread your message, whatever it is, or whatever vein or genre, whatever you're talking about. That's just, I don't know why that came to me, but I'm just saying that and sharing that if you're listening. Use your time productively, right? Well, getting back to this, $1,250. $1,250. That's more than the stimulus check that they... Oh, wow. So if the undocumented person tested positive, well, how would the government know to send them a $1,200 stimulus check, right? Because they worked under the table, so they didn't pay taxes. They possibly don't even have Social Security numbers. Some do. So they probably, maybe some, probably got, because if dead people got $1,200 checks, what makes me think that, someone who got $1,250 in California didn't get $1,200 on top of that? More power to them, man. Get it how you live, right? You gotta survive out here, because right now it's actually about surviving. It's actually about surviving. I'm smoking Hopium. I'm smoking this fat pipe of Hopium right now. Right? That's laced with reality. I mean, this is where we are. This is what's going on here. Sometimes I look at the animal kingdom and things of nature, and I ask myself, man, it's a parallel universe, right? So you got the natural world doing what we do, but we are of nature, so we're natural people, right? But we act as if we're superior to all living things, right? And we act as if we have the answers. We act as if we can do more than the Creator, right? And all the time, and it never fails. It never fails. We fall flat on our face every trip. That's what's going to happen to the U.S. dollar. Every fiat currency in history got obliterated. Now I'm making up words. Obliterated. Do the research. $1,250. What to pay people? And should this get some traction? I think maybe other counties will try to do the same thing. What about another county? I think it was I forgot where the mayors of certain cities, hotspots are possibly guaranteed income. Mayors got together, created their own collective to provide guaranteed income, right? Monthly stipends, universal basic incomes to selected people in their communities. So people see UBI as type of a socialist, a socialist slash Marxist type of paradigm connected to it, right? Right? The way things are right now, for this is really hurtful for if you're an entrepreneur and you don't really believe in receiving, quote unquote, a handout from Big Brother, but then you were forced to close your business permanently. Your needs to keep a home haven't disappeared. Your needs to eat haven't disappeared. God forbid you have a family. Your needs to take care of your family haven't disappeared. What's plan B? Some people never had a plan B because they put their energy, they put everything in their faith and their power and belief in themselves into their own business. And that was taken away from them this year during this jail sentence. What is someone supposed to do? You're supposed to just wait, eat your nails for dinner, eat your nails for lunch, eat your nails for breakfast? This is what you're supposed to do. What are you supposed to do? Share animal food if you have pets? A lean cuisine of Alpo and Meow Mix? What are you supposed to do? Some people say, oh, garden. Why don't you garden? That takes time. In the meantime, while you're waiting weeks, 4 months or 3 months, couple months, whatever it is that you're gardening, what are you doing in the meantime, waiting for your harvest? What are you doing? What are we supposed to do? It's easy to say, pray for a better day. It's easy to even judge and say, you should have done this, you could have done that, and if I were you, I would have done this, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's easy to say all of that. But what are you supposed to do right now? Because here we are. We're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past, because that's constantly occurring in the present. Here we are right now. What are we doing now? What is it that we can do now to alleviate the suffering, to resolve these these insurmountable problems that are becoming larger and larger in scope during this jail sentence? Like, seriously, what are we doing? There's so many funny things going on behind the scenes. This leaked into the press, and I saw a video about it on YouTube too, because once I saw this article, I then started to do some, very light, soft research and saw that, different publications printed an article and printed this story about Alameda County offering $1,250 to people who tested positive for COVID. There's a catch though, you know what I mean? Like nothing is for free. Nothing is for free. If you have absolutely no money coming into no fault of your own, and you thought you were doing everything right, and here we are. It's about to be August, today's what? August what? 13? Here we are, the middle of August. Your bills haven't stopped. Your needs, again, haven't stopped. And you're supposed to remain calm. You're supposed to remain in control because that's just the right thing to do while you're jailed, while you're quarantined, while you're serving your sentence with no release date in sight. I've even been seeing anarchists, right? Anarchists who, they post their videos and they post their videos, and you could tell even their tune in a way has changed. Not their philosophy for the most part, but you could see, like, some of them, they're getting affected. They're like, it's affecting everybody. Their whole, their walk around their locations, and they could see that the people, it's real. Businesses are shut down. Not many people walking the streets. And those who choose to be quote unquote free and not walk around and not wear masks are, far and few. Um, and if I just don't know. I don't know. Listen, it's just look, man. This video is a smoking hopium video. I'll talk to you later.